Leo, 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 welcome to my channel. I'm your Cosmic Auntie, and this is going to be your monthly reading. I hope that it's helpful in some way. I hope that it's able to come alongside you and assist you in gaining a greater sense of clarity in some way, or providing you a sense of validation or confirmation in some way. All right, but only take what resonates. You know yourself best, right, Leo? So don't make anything fit. You'll know when a message resonates and you'll know when one doesn't. So, boom. So much is happening. Busy. Lots of things, lots of changes, lots of like gatherings. I feel like there's a lot of celebration, a lot of, I just get this like kissing babies, shaking hands kind of energy. Ooh, yeah, celebrations, gatherings. Oh, it's so beautiful. Wow, there's a lot to be celebrated. There's a lot. Yeah, Six of Swords coming out, like just literally. This is a whole new time. This is a whole new era. Hey, Leo? You've moved on from things that have been painful. You know, there's just a sense of peace. Nine of Coins. You've been really working hard on your own stability, your money, your home. Yeah. Two of Coins. There's a lot going on. you have a lot of pots on the stove, Leo. It all looks really great, though. It all looks like things that you want to do. There's milestones being reached, you know, new levels to your, you know, work, your relationships, your community. You know, some of you may be starting relationships that have a lot of like growth potential, that you feel like you know your energy is matched, you're met. Some of you may be deepening your relationships, taking your relationships to the next level through engagement or marriage, or moving in with each other and feeling that sense of reciprocity and stability. Others of you may be feeling ready for a relationship. Some of you also may be just feeling that in your career, like really just feeling that sense of stability, whether or not you are working for yourself or for, you know, someone else, just like really feeling that sense of stability. There's just a lot to be celebrated here, Leo, because you've been working hard. You've been working hard on yourself. Like I said, your money, your environment, your home, your body. There's a lot of inspiration coming through your energy. Some of you may be traveling to, some of you might meet someone traveling, or some of you might be traveling to a wedding, okay? And it might feel like a lot to like have to stop what it is that you're doing with the Two of Pentacles, like really like, okay, like, you know, you've been really putting your energy towards what it is that you're doing, and there might be like this kind of balancing act this month to being able to attend all of these celebrations. It feels like you're invited to a lot of stuff. That's what it feels like too. Then we have the Eight of Coins. Yeah, there's a sense of mastery, the sense of skill building, the sense of putting time into something, and commitment and energy. The Hermit. And then we've got the Page of Cups. Yeah, okay, so it is a challenge. I can see that it's a challenge right now to like have, maybe stop, to pause, like rather that, to pause. The Hermit is about like taking a time to pause and to reflect. It's also a very deeply spiritual energy, and that's something that I'm feeling here too. Just to be able to connect to your mind, body, spirit, and to nature. Could be really helpful. It might be challenging. It's in your challenge part of the spread, because there's just a lot happening here. So I feel like your time and your energy is pulled in a lot of different directions that are absolutely enjoyable. There's again a lot to be celebrated, and however this Four of Wands is showing up in your life, it's to be celebrated. It's just to celebrate how far you've come. To really take that time to celebrate how far you've come, and to give yourself a pat on the back, and celebrate others in their milestones, and to take up invitations that feel right to you, and balance all of this out, because I also see you working very, very hard at something, like again, like promotions at work, or many of you could be entrepreneurs with this Nine of Pentacles here, like really working on your own business, or a project or something, a hobby. There's just things that you're really putting your time and effort and energy into, and it's growing corn, okay? Like it's working. That's where all of this balancing is coming out, and it's helping you move on. It's helping you move on in your heart, and that's really, really good. I feel a sense of stability within self first and foremost, and how that is reflected in your environment through romantic relationships, if you are in one, or platonic relationships, as well as community relationships, work relationships. Like it's all kind of like reflecting your internal space, which is really, really beautiful. Okay, some of you I also sense are calling in. Some of you are really ready for that level of relationship. So I feel like there's a portion of you like really like kind of signaling out, like being ready to call in and show up to a relationship that has this kind of growth mindset, where your energy is going to be matched, and you can grow together and celebrate together, and just like create a good strong foundation together. So the Moon came out in your advice, and then we'll have one more, please, Spirit, for the inner child position, and then we'll get even deeper into this, okay? I just heard granting your own wishes. Looking at this Page of Cups, it's like, I feel like you've looked deep into your heart and asked yourself, like, what do you want? And like have found ways to like make, I keep hearing move mountains to make it happen. Inner child position, please, Spirit, for Leo. Okay, you've got two, the Emperor, and the King of Wands. Wow, King of Wands is like your energy, and then the Emperor is kind of Aries energy, so it's also fiery energy. And like the Emperor is like all the kings kind of combined. We have a specialty here with your personal fiery energy, which is gorgeous. Okay, so yes, I feel like there's just been this this exploration into your heart space to ask yourself like what it is that you want, and like, you know, really showing up for yourself in love. Like the Page of Cups is this kind of this very tender energy. Like look at them, you know, reach out to the puppy and the puppy come up to them, and like there's just this kind of softness and this kind of tenderness. So I feel that with this being in your strength position, that, you know, Spirit is reflecting to me that you have been learning how to show up in tenderness to yourself, and to really explore what, you know, you like, what it is that you like, and to find this sense of intrigue with yourself, and to like give to yourself, to like allow yourself, right? Like Spirit keeps saying move mountains, move mountains. I feel like you have like really moved mountains to make room for what it is that, whatever it is that you are growing, like what it is that you're doing, what it is that you're building. You have been, like, for those of you who are still here and are resonating with this reading, like you have been really working hard on your money, your space, your body, okay? You've been putting a lot of time and energy and effort into yourself, and it's really providing a lot of opportunity. Like there's a lot of doors opening, Leo. There's just so many doors opening. There's so much leveling up here. There's so much like, oh, positive connection, and like skill building. It feels like I keep looking out into this expansive horizon. It feels like there's just so much growth potential. There's so much that is grown, and then there's so much more room to grow with what it is that you are doing and how it is that you're feeling. Like it's just like, and it feels like intriguing. It feels exciting because it's like, I feel you committing to the skill, like to skill building. Like it's something that's like really driving you. You know, we have the 8 and the 9 of Pentacles here. So it's like, there's a lot of prosperity that you are cultivating for yourself through this like drive, this enjoyment of what it is that you are doing, and having this like eternal, like childlike mind about it. It's like, you know, you have this childlike mind about like this curiosity, okay? This curiosity, and it's like, it just is, it's just really exciting and beautiful. So you have this like student energy where you're just really inspired to learn about what it is that you're learning about, and to apply yourself in a certain way, and to approach things with a sense of curiosity. I sense you approaching yourself with a sense of curiosity, and you're approaching what it is that you are cultivating with a sense of curiosity, approaching your relationships with a sense of curiosity and like openness and like very heart-centeredness, and like also with the 6 of Swords, like a level of discernment too, because there's an energy of moving out of something that was like challenging and moving on, okay? Some of you may have even relocated, okay? Some of you may find yourself in like new communities, and like so much is aligning for you. Like, you know, you made a leap, or you're desiring to, like you're about to. There's, you know, maybe a portion of you who are like getting ready to move communities or go traveling or something, or are finding yourself that, you know, you have gone traveling, or you have moved communities, wherever you find yourself in the timeline. And there's just so much alignment, you know, making positive connections, and things really kind of just, there's a sense of ease and celebration, okay? And it feels really good. It feels really fresh, a clean slate, okay? So that's just for a portion of you. Others of you, there's just like kind of a cycle that is ended in some way, or, you know, a chapter that you've, you know, closed, and you are now mentally moving on, and that is creating a lot more room for the heart to expand, because you've created more room in your mental space to be able to focus on what it is that is inspiring you. So however it lands, like, there's definitely just a lot more insight, shifts, changes, motion, celebration in your life and lives of others, deepening relationships, new relationships in the romantic sense, the friendship sense, the work sense, all of it. It just all looks super good. And there's a lot like a pot on the stove, but it's like, I feel like you have a groove, Leo. I feel like you're like, you have a rhythm. You have a rhythm to what it is that you're doing. Okay, the Hermit here in the challenges is, I feel Spirit saying, okay, when you factor in a pause, like factor in a pause to the cooking, right? Like to the shaking, factor that into the flow so that you have time to reflect on, what it is that has occurred thus far, releasing anything that needs to be released, transmuting, and letting that wisdom continue to light your lantern on the way forward to what it is that you are doing. A pause can be really, really helpful, okay? So I know it may be hard with so much going on. I keep doing this because that's what they're doing. So I feel with the Moon card as well, Spirit being like, please take some time to be in your own energy, to really kind of come, back to yourself and really have some time to pause, to reflect, to, really tap into your intuition, to be able to flow with yourself, okay? And, kind of scheduling in unstructured time within structured time, because I do see that you're very busy, but it's all very enjoyable and it can be hard to stop. But I do sense that that's something Spirit is really encouraging you to do if you're resonating with this reading. So you can also pay attention to your dreams, because when we rest, we can receive, and when we receive that insight, we receive that these intuitive messages that help us continue to be inspired in the direction that we're going, so that we don't end up like draining ourselves or pouring from an empty cup, okay? Or like emptying our cup, so that it's, this is about learning about how to keep that like eternal fountain going, kind of thing, is what I'm feeling. And then with your inner child, it's like your inner child is pleased as punch. I don't even know where that like saying came from, but it's true. Your inner child is so happy. It's like you're doing things that, past versions of yourself have always wanted to do, or like doing something that your inner child has always dreamed of doing, and just feeling so inspired and feeling so excited. And like, it's so cool, Leo, because it just is really, really cool. I just feel like you creating this structure that your inner child is like so excited about, creating this room to create. And whatever it is that you're doing, it's really solid and really successful, okay? The King of Wands and the Emperor, like that's really, really successful energy. So cool. Let's get you an oracle card. Leo. But yeah, like, okay, there's so much charisma coming through your reading. Like, I feel like you really like just being very attractive, okay? Like, you're super attractive. You're drawing in like just such, you have magnetism, Leo. You have magnetism, and what it is that, whatever it is that you're doing, cultivating, is like creating an arena for your magnetism to just expand. And it's just like really calling in, like, you know, the people, places, and things that resonate and that align. Okay. And okay, Spirit's also directed me back to the Hermit and the Moon. So when you have so much magnetism, it's important to be able to bring yourself back to yourself from time and time again, to rest and recharge, so that you filter out, because, you know, you don't have to allow everything in, okay? You know, you're very magnetic. So that also is important to protect your energy, to protect your... to protect your energy. The Nine of Pentacles is like, you know, successful, independent, you know, energy, physical energy. So this is protecting your not only your energy, but your like resources physically in your space. Because again, when you're so magnetic, you know, the right aligned people, places, and things will be coming your way, and also not. And taking this pause and being able to tune in with your intuition will be that guiding light to where you need boundaries, right? And where you are going to open the door. And I think that plays into the Two of Pentacles as well. Like, oh, that's way too many. And as well as the Page of Chalices, the Page of Cups, like really tuning into your heart space and listening to your heart. And trusting it. Because yeah, the Emperor and the King of Wands also is like not to be trifled with. Absolutely not. So there's that too. Is there anything for Leo in this deck? Okay. So we have Drifter, experiencing life as it comes, and then straddling worlds, wandering between realms. Drifter, experiencing life as it comes, and straddling worlds, wandering between realms. For some reason that was really difficult for me to say. Wow. So then we have Tidy House, clarity, and organization at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, there's this, oh man, like, it's so interesting because I feel like such an intentional energy. It's like co-creating with life. That's what I feel so deeply in your reading. Perfect storm, the courage to step into life. Yes. And fortune's wheel, luck and right timing. Wow. Yeah, I feel like with this Drifter card, it's like you're just trying shit. Like you've tried, you've been trying shit, and through that process, you've really, like, you know, seen what works and seen what doesn't, and then put more energy into what does, while having this room to explore other things and try other new things and see how that goes. And like, there's something that has really picked up, you know, momentum with that. It's almost like, I just see like, yeah, business success, you know, you started a business and you've been, it does, like, there's a lot of intention with it, but there's kind of this trial and error kind of energy. Also maybe like a project at work or something like that. There's yeah, or an initiative or a relationship, you know, you've really been open to trying new things and then reflecting on what works and what doesn't. putting more effort into what does, again, while also remaining open to keep growing and seeing where kind of life takes you. And I feel like life has been taking you. It's been taking you. Like there's been, you know, you've been seeing growth. You've been seeing like it, you know, expand. You've been seeing it blossom, whatever it is, Leo. Okay, you know, it's going to look differently for each and every one of you. And with this straddling worlds, wandering between realms card, I put it up here with the Six of Swords because there is this notion of like crossing a threshold and like, you know, again, some of you may have been moving, you know, maybe right in the middle of like just about to move or just about to start a trip, you know, or to travel somewhere that, you know, you've been preparing to go and it feels like, you know, or some of you may find yourself on this trip and like really feeling that sense of alignment and adventure, right? Like there's an element of adventure here. Whatever it is that you're doing, you're feeling adventurous, Leo. And that adventure is like giving back to you in some way, which is like snowballing this growth with whatever it is. I do feel like this does have a lot to do with your livelihood as well. Like I definitely feel like I have entrepreneurs in this group and who are really seeing their business take off. And like it's exciting, you know. I also feel like I have people here who are seeing their relationships deepen. These, you know, this could land on all different levels of you. And feel their community relationships deepen. Others of you may be at the position now, like you're like, I'm feeling ready and ready to give to a relationship and like are calling that in and showing up to that, being ready for it when it feels right. Okay, but okay, so back to this, sorry, straddling worlds, wandering between realms. This is like fully, you know, you moving on from something and being open to this whole new arena, this whole new chapter, this whole new space. And there's this kind of threshold I feel with this in the heart space where, you know, you're moving on and you're moving on to bigger, better things and you're seeing it, right? Like the Six of Swords is moving on to peaceful, calmer waters. This is literally experiencing more peace in your life. And I feel like there's been, with these wandering between realms, is like really exploring these different realms and then ultimately making a choice to move, whether that be mentally or physically, spiritually, all of it, to make those moves, to move on, to have that space to expand into what it is that you're expanding into and elevate this kind of spiritual gifts, soul gifts, and that you have, that you're utilizing in some way with whatever it is that you're creating, whatever it is that you're cultivating and committing to. Yeah, holy. Whoa. So let's get you a postcard from Spirit. Dear you, there is always more than one side to an argument, two sides, if not more, to every story, and hundreds of ways to be right, be different, be at odds, and so on. Today, we suggest that instead of looking for differences, you find a meeting place of agreement and approach this experience with understanding and compassion. Seek common ground to understand how another person thinks or how an alternate plan might be laid. Stay out of judgment too. Observe, discern, but accept that others have different stories, experiences, and journeys, and some people might refuse to remain open to another's point of view. No matter what, you've been presented with a great opportunity to explore a new way of doing things once common ground is reached. You're attracting people and situations that enrich your life and bring you wonderful things to learn. We love you so much. That really like is the Four of Wands card and the Two of Pentacles. There's a lot. There's a lot of dynamics. Again, a lot of pots on the stove. There's a lot that I sense you flowing in what it is that we've been talking about. But this card is bringing in a whole different kind of lens to that, the relationship side of that, where like these relationships that you're deepening or these relationships that you're starting are expanding you, expanding your heart space, and there's too, and there's also, you know, like boundaries in that. Like not everybody is going to want to understand you, or you know, not everybody is going, you're not going to vibe with everybody, right? Like that's where this Hermit card and the Moon comes in, is like to be able to come back to your energy, because you are so magnetic. You have to make sure and, you know, protect your energy, and to filter and to check in with who and what is around you, as well as check in with yourself to how you are responding to your surroundings as well, and being open, right, through experiencing life as it comes. There's a lot of that, like just there's a lot of learning here, Leo. There's a lot of learning here, expanding, love, prosperity, travel, new places, new ideas, insights, right? Like there's now that I see it, there's this Eight of Swords rushing right between towards the Four of Wands. So this is like really, you know, being present in your social dynamics, whatever they may be, and, you know, holding space for the other, and also making sure that you are feeling heard as well. Again, that kind of links into all the pots on the stove. But all of it is stuff that you are like absolutely like so excited to do. Like there's also, I just heard too, constructive criticism. Some of you might be receiving some constructive criticism with what it is that you're building, and I feel like you're really open to it. Again, you know, factor it in to your truth, your vision, and, you know, integrate it to integrate it in how it feels right to, or not, right? So yes, keep stepping into life, because life is stepping with you, and it feels all just so positive. What it is that you're growing is just really, it's got good strong legs, Leo. And I feel like it happening on like so many levels, just personal levels, family levels, community levels, work levels, friendship, you know, like romantic relationships, all of it, like all of it. It's all very encouraging, I hope, if you're still here and you're resonating with this. So sending you so much love, Leo. I can't wait to talk to you at your birthday, okay? If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. I would love to have you a part of the community. And like the video on the way out. That really helps me grow my channel and reach other people that resonate with my frequency. Comment if you desire. I love hearing from you. And if you'd like to book a personal reading with me, all of the instructions to do so is down in the description below. Sending you so much love. Bye.